Actually, she was one of my favorite characters, and I was not wanting her to die.
I didn't want Carly to get on like that either, man. What the hell?
Yeah, she died. Like,
by the way, that made me jump too, because once again, it was off screen. When somebody did that.
Yeah, dude, no, if they had a button, the first time I had, man, if they had a button that was like punch Lily in the face, I'd have been like jamming on that button, like, yeah, punch that bitch. Like, dude, I was like, no, dude, no.
Alright, here's the thing. What I did was, okay, even after Lily did that shit, I just wanted to see what happens, right? Okay, I took her with me, but it was some things that changed it, like if you did that. Like,
yeah,
if you take her with you, this bitch will haul off and steal the fucking trailer from you. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I took her with me too. I was like, man, she just shot Lily and
yeah, she
Carly, and I'm like, man, I'm not gonna just let you loose in the woods.
But that was kind of fucked up. How even after you took her with you and shit, this bitch pushed you out the trailer, pushed you out of it. What the fuck?
But she did apologize. Right.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm sorry, Lee. Boom, get out the.
Push your fucking ass out there. All you came in there to get was a fucking pencil.
Back to chapter 4. What else is what else happened during that one?
Oh, about the character Molly and shit.
Molly,
that was some of that was on her, like about her too.
Come back. Yeah, and you know what? She didn't come back at the end of the last episode, and I was kind of disappointed in that.
Oh, Ninja. Reason why some of it was based off of her. Remember when you watched the tapes?
Mm-hmm.
Watch the tapes, how you see how this shit started in Crawford, all the fucking infestation. Cause the lady stabbed the guy.
She was pregnant.
Yeah, the lady stabbed him.
Yeah. Yeah, that was her.
Yeah, that's what caused the Crawford incident.
Yeah, that's because she was pregnant and she lost the baby, didn't she, or something like that, or
yeah.
Or they
no, they was gonna try to terminate the baby. They were gonna try to terminate her baby.
Yeah, because they didn't keep sick people or pregnant women and stuff like that. Like, if you had something wrong with you, they kicked you out.
Any type of ailment, disease, anything. Hell, they kick you out if you're a kid.
Yeah,
they kick kids out.
They thought. Oh, in the end, where Lee got bit, that caught me off guard too. I was totally not expecting that, dude.
Me neither.
And I was kind of like, oh.
I was like, oh shit, like, you know, when something like you gonna pick the walkie-talkie up. I'm like.
And then when he released the thing about the trash can, it comes out and hits him in the arm. I went back and tried to redo that thing to make sure if it was like.
Yeah, I did too. Like, see if it was optional, optional to prevent that. But I can tell you, Lee would have lived if he acted fast when he got bit.
Yeah.
Like,
but he was right. In chapter 5, he was right. It kind of just happened out of nowhere, and.
Yeah.
Because it caught me off guard too. I was like, oh my god, like. And then we get to the best chapter.
And then we get to the we get to the part in yeah, exactly. When we get to in chapter 5, like the episode 5, we find out about the what was the guy's name? Remember the old guy that was a doctor? What was his name again?
Vernon. Yeah,
Vernon. We found out he didn't the one was the kidnapped her. Clementine.
Well, I knew that from the end of episode 4 because the voices didn't sound the same.
Yeah.
I had thought that, like at the end of, at the end of chapter 4, I had thought that it wasn't him because the voices didn't sound alike. Like the voice on the walkie-talkie and the way Vernon sounded. And then the guy even told him it wasn't Vernon. But then I couldn't honestly, I didn't know who it was. Like. And
it shifted to Vernon still in the boat.
Yeah, and but you know. When the walkers attacked the house, remember Bree, the cancer patient?
Yeah.
That was friends with Vernon? She was one of the walkers. The one
I saw that shit too. I was like, not her again.
Yeah, she was one of the first walkers through the window.
Hell yeah.
And she won the contest to be in the game. The girl, well, they had a contest, I guess, before the game came out.
Oh, actual person?
To be a walker. Yeah. Like,
so they modeled her after the actual person that won?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, and that was cool. Her, Bree, that was her real name and everything, yeah.
I didn't know that. That was pretty good.
Yeah, now we get to the best chapter and my favorite chapter in the whole game, chapter 5. And I was going to tell y'all that chapter to me was a 10 out of 10. That, it was expertly paced. It was, straight from the beginning to the end.
It had pacing. It was emotional.
For real. Yeah, it was the whole 9, I mean, the whole game up until then was extremely good, but just chapter 5 was like a culmination of
that shit took the cake on that. That was 10 out of 10, man.
The other 4, yeah. And I was choked up at the end. Like whenever you get the choice, do you want Clem to?
Personally, I classify that as one of my games of the year.
Yeah, actually,
Telltale games, they did a good job on the damn.
Yeah, they're saying that this game, that as a whole, the game might win a bunch of Game of the Year awards.
Yeah.
And stuff, man.
It was so well done.
It was. Oh, dude, I knew Lee was a goner, man. Whenever at the end, whenever she seen her parents when you were leaving the hotel.
Yeah.
And she saw her parents, and then you wake up in the store, and I seen like how white he was. Like I was.
Yeah, I knew that shit. That shit was setting in, man. That zombification was coming.
This dude. And, actually, I was talking with a couple of friends like a couple of days, like the day before that. I was like, man, it'd be cool if they could cross Lee from the video game into the show somehow.
Yeah, man.
But then whenever I seen the game and I played the game and I was like, man, there's no way they can do that. But it ended perfectly. It ended perfectly. And the song at the end, dude, was so like, oh my god, like I was like, dude, like it just made me feel worse.
I know, man. Cause let's talk. Hold on. Let's talk about the one when they're leading up to the fucking hotel. That badass scene, man. That badass scene when you got the cleaver walking badass and cutting shit out your way.
yeah. Whatever you was what like say it. Hey, Dragon.
What's up?
Whenever you fall off the sign and you walk to the place, and that's when they. I didn't realize until like whenever they went to leave the room that's what was happening outside was the whole like the guts on thing from the TV show and. That's what happened was like that's why like he was getting through the thing so good, like through the herd so good.
Hell yeah.
And I didn't realize it to the end. I was like.
Did they do that shit in the comics?
Yeah, they do.
Like rub somebody down like with some zombie guts and shit, and then that stop them.
Yeah, but they don't do it like as far.
As often.
Like as early as they. Yeah, well, yeah. I'd say they do it till like way later on in the comic. And I just breaking off from the game for a minute, like in the show.
Yeah.
Last week's episode when Michonne like cut that zombie and the guts went out on her and she freaked out.
Yeah.
And he didn't. And then like whenever she shook it up at the prison, and she was covered in zombie guts, but the zombies didn't know she was there, and she was kind of surprised by that. Why would she not figure it out? Because essentially she was doing the same thing with the 2 walkers on the chains.
Yeah.
That was kind of like, as much as I just want y'all to know Michonne is my favorite character from the comic books. I think the way they're handling her in the show is perfect because in the comics she really doesn't talk a lot, like when she first meets their group and stuff, and a lot of people will be complaining like, oh, she doesn't have no characterization and she doesn't have this and this, but that's actually how she is. If you read the comics, that's how she is in the comics. Like when you first meet her, she doesn't really say much. And the actress that plays her is doing a bang-up job because you could tell, like the whole time she was in Woodbury with Andrea, you could tell she was like, I don't trust this place at all.
Yeah.